Case at end now. A police officer who allegedly shot and killed his wife is appearing in court this morning. He's expected to make a formal bail application. The Cato Ridge woman who was shot after an argument, her family is demanding justice. Community members have joined the family in protests outside court. eNCA's reporter Letu Mhluli is there for us.
Well, this morning we're in Camperdown near Cato Ridge, where a police officer who allegedly shot and killed his wife last month is expected to make a court appearance. As you can see from what is happening behind me, the community of eNCA came out in their numbers to support the Nene family. It's alleged that the police officer shot and killed his wife after a short argument that ensued between the two. And right now I'm actually joined by a family member. I know that there's been a lot of things that have been reported in the media regarding what happened on that day, but I want to bring her in and get a chance to speak to her so she can tell us what exactly happened that day. Sissy, thank you so much for joining us at eNCA. I know that as a family you've been left shocked by what happened. Take us through how you're feeling.
Right now I can't even explain how I'm feeling. I'm angry, frustrated, and at the same time I'm sad. I'm sad for my sister's kids. One is 10 and another one is only 7 years old. When I look at them, the pain that they're feeling right now, even myself, because my mother is still alive, I don't even know how they're feeling, so I don't even know what to say to them. When we had to explain the whole thing last week, I think it was Thursday, because the 7-year-old couldn't understand what was happening, and I had to buy pizza and pretend as if we're having a picnic. I bought pizza, cold drinks, we went to the bedroom, and then I told them, okay, we're gonna have a picnic now, and then we're gonna talk. And then I had to tell my nieces, I had to ask them first, do you guys understand what's happening? Do you understand why there's a lot of people in our house? Do you guys understand why my mother has to sit, our culture, if somebody dies, you have to sit on the mattress? They said, the small one answered and said, I understand just a bit that my mother is no more, my mother has died. She said it in Zulu, Ushoni Luma. And then I had to ask her, do you understand what that means? She said, no. I said, it means that we would never, ever, ever see your mother again. Ever, ever. We're only going to see on Friday, which was obviously when she was fetched from the mortuary. And then we'll never see her again. And then only then she started crying because she couldn't understand. She couldn't understand what was happening. And then the 10-year-old, she's not that young, but she's still young. The only thing, she had one question, Ubenze Numa. And I can't even imagine what they're feeling, because remember, this is their mother, this is their father, you understand? So we're really sad, we're frustrated. And the sad part is that as much as this has happened, it's something that we all knew that it was going to happen. We've warned my sister before that this man was going to kill you. Because in December 2020, she had to do a protection order because he told them that I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot you in the head. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. So we're angry. We're really angry.
I know that there's been a lot of reports on what happened exactly on that day. There was an argument, a short argument. Take us through what you know as a family.
All I know is, obviously we were not there. That's the honest truth. But all I know is before my sister was killed, they were fighting because there are witnesses, the neighbors, they saw everything. And they were fighting, and apparently the husband, he also has bruises on his face as well. So I know that they were fighting. And then after that, neighbors heard a gunshot, and then my sister was killed. But then he was killed around, because they saying the gunshot went around, it was around 9:30 to 10. But in the morning, when my niece, because my nieces, they spend most of their time at my house, Granny's house, obviously. So what happened was, she found the mother laying on her own blood, because they always, in the morning, they would always go to my sister's house to get lunch boxes for school, because they go to John Wesley in Pinetown. So when she was going up to get the lunch boxes, she found the mother there, and then she had to turn around and go and tell my brother that my mother is lying in a pool of blood in the garage. But then he's saying that he was killed in the morning. But then when the forensics and everybody came in, they said his blood was already cold. You know, because apparently he's saying somebody came in the house in the morning around 6:30 and shot my sister, but nothing is missing in the house.
What are you hoping happens today here in court as he's appearing?
To be honest, the only thing I'm praying for is justice. Obviously, for now, it's just a bail hearing. It's just a bail hearing. We do not want him to get a bail. Because if he get a bail, what's going to happen? Because my sister is not the first victim. You know, IPIT knows that. SAPS knows that. Because he was not even allowed. He wasn't even using, what do you call this thing? The gun. He was no longer carrying even the SAPS gun because it was confiscated from him. But my sister is not the first victim. He's the third victim. I'm not talking about... Last year, he shot somebody, another colleague. I don't know what happened to the case. Obviously, that's none of my business, you understand? But what's going to happen to my family if he gets it paid? What's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to the kids? You know, of which if he does not get it paid, even the kids, maybe somehow they will heal. I'm not saying they will never forget. They will never heal from this. But if he gets it paid, even myself, I don't stay here. Okay, I stay here, but I work in Gauteng. I'm not going to be at peace because I don't know what's going to happen to my family. You know, so the only thing for now, we're saying no bail, you know.
Thank you so much, sis.
Thank you, Gabon.
So that is Unontutugo Msomi, the sister of the deceased. She's basically saying that as a family, they are hoping that the suspect does not get bail. And there's a lot of other things that she's mentioned in terms of what happened prior to what happened last month. She is saying that as a family, they did know that he was abusive towards her sister, but there was not much they can do as a family. And right now, they're just hoping that justice will prevail. Of course, the family is out. They're trying to garner support for the family and also calling for justice and also an end to gender-based violence. So these are the scenes outside the Camperdown Magistrates Court this morning. We will, of course, be heading into court and we will have more updates on what happens next. Let's Mdluli, Camperdown.